Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security Disability attorney, and today I'd like to talk to you about when you should apply for Social Security Disability. And believe it or not, this is a question that comes up because sometimes I see people that apply too early, which is rare, but I more often see people that apply, they wait too long. First and foremost, you need to realize that when you apply for disability, you can't be working. Disability for Social Security purposes is defined as the inability to engage in substantial activity or work because of a medically determinable condition that has lasted or is expected to last 12 consecutive months. So it's not designed for temporary job layoffs. There should be a medical reason that you do not have the capacity to perform a simple entry-level job 8 hours a day, 5 days a week ongoing. So sometimes that's when you get laid off your last job, but sometimes it may be 6 or 8 months after when you have a medical problem that would make it impossible for you to work. Again, it's not about could you work your last job. It's not about could you work a previous job. It's could you do anything at all. Now, as far as applying too early, that might be a situation where you're simply out of work temporarily and you plan to go back and you think you can go back. Disability is probably not appropriate at that point. If you're pregnant, that's really not appropriate for disability. But if you have a condition, again, that you think is going to keep you out for at least a year, then it would be worth applying. Now, I do sometimes see people that are out and they're out for a year or two and they still haven't applied. My feeling is if you're out for 8 months or a year, there's a pretty good chance that you've got something significant going on that's going to make it difficult for you to go back to work anytime soon. It's better in that situation to apply earlier rather than later. And the reason for that is that disability looks not at your lifetime of earnings, but they look at the 10-year period ending at the year that you became disabled. And you have to have worked 5 out of the last 10 years. And there's some exceptions, but that's the general rule. So if you stop working in the year 2000, let's say, and you don't apply for disability, and you don't apply for disability until 2016, then it's going to be really difficult to go back and get medical records that far back. It's generally better to apply for benefits and then claim an onset date within a short period of time after you stop working. Because if you allege an onset date that's more than 4 or 5 years after you stop working, there's a good chance you will not be insured for disability benefits. Your insurance generally runs for 5 years after you stop working. So again, if you stop working in 2000, you're going to need to allege an onset date sometime in 2003, 2004 when you were still insured. And again, getting medical records that far back is very, very difficult. It's much better if you became disabled or you think you became disabled in 2000 to have applied in 2001. If in 2015 or 2016 you stop working, don't wait till 2020 to apply. Go ahead and get that application filed. There's no cost to filing an application. There's no harm to do it. You can always cancel your application. But you should be aware, I think this is something people forget, you should be aware of your date last insured for disability. You can get that by calling Social Security to 800-772-1213, or you can look at your My Social Security online account. That will also tell you that. But you need to know what your date last insured is, and generally, if you've been working full-time, it's about 5 years after you stop working. You don't have to apply right away, but you need to allege an onset date within that 5-year period of time. Otherwise, you would not be insured for Title II disability, and you'd only be eligible for SSI, which is less desirable in many ways. So, as far as when, big picture, I would tell you, as soon as you realize you're not going to be able to go back to work anytime soon and that your problem is not temporary, and the sooner the better. So, hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you've not already done so already, go to ssdanswers.com and download my free Secrets to Winning Social Security Disability Survival Kit. I think you'll find a lot of good information there. So for now, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you the best. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case, the 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case, and a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.